Hey, this is Rant and Robin, and before we get started, let me revise my logo a little for you guys. I am honored to have on the show with me today DigiFoxCat to talk about the history of the female robins and how they differ from some of the male robin counterparts. In 1940, writers decided to make Batman more kid-friendly by adding a kid sidekick by the name of Robin, who secretly was Richard Dick Grayson. At the time, writers felt that this brightly clad young lad would add a different feel to the Batman sagas, and Batman would become more of a father figure. Despite popular belief, Robin was not named for the bird, but rather the clever bandit Robin Hood. And now, without any further ado, DigiFoxCat.
First up is Carrie Kelly, created by Frank Miller for his graphic novel Dark Knight Returns. Unlike the Robins at this point, she's not an orphan, but rather appears to have neglectful parents, and is the first full-time female to take up the mantle of Robin. She wears green-tinted sunglasses instead of a mask, uses a slingshot and firecrackers as her main weapon, and is accepted by Batman as Robin when she saves his life as he is on the verge of being killed by the mutant leader. In New 52, she makes her first appearance in the main canon line in Batman and Robin issue 19 in her Robin costume. She is a college student who is Damian's acting instructor. A version of Carrie Kelly appears in the all-new Batman Brave and the Bold issue 13 as one of the Robins that the Phantom Stranger enlists in order to save Batman. Their version of Carrie appears in Batman and Robin Adventures issue 6 as one of the mini Robins hoping to become Batman's new partner due to a tabloid rumor. She is called out by Gordon and Bullock. Lastly, in the Enma comic series, inspired by the statues of the same name, the Robin in this series is yet another version of Carrie and is Batgirl's cousin. Next is Stephanie Brown, created by Chuck Dixon and Tom Lyle, and first appears in Detective Comics issue 647. After Tim Drake's father finds out that he is Robin and forces him to quit, Stephanie Brown creates her own Robin costume and sneaks into the Batcave in order to join Batman as the new Teen Wonder. Once she finishes her training and is allowed to go out on big missions, Batman gives her a very brutal rule of one mistake, one disobeying of orders, and you're done. She ultimately breaks this rule and is fired. Shortly after being fired, she returns to her spoiler costume and is still trying to prove her worth to Batman. She takes one of his contingency plans and sets it into motion without knowing all the key details starting a game war in War Games Act 1. Although she was not Robin right before her death in War Games, she confronts Batman about ever really being Robin, in which Batman answers, "Of course you were." Despite Batman telling Stephanie that she was indeed Robin, she did not receive a memorial in the Batcave because she apparently was never really Robin. In the world without Young Justice, Stephanie is the Robin in the alternate world instead of Tim Drake. She appears alongside Carrie in Brave and the Bold, issue 13, as one of the Robins. Also appears in Tiny Titans as both Robin and Batgirl. Next up is Helena Wayne. She is the Robin from Earth 2, created by Paul Levitz and Joe Station. Originally, she was Huntress and was never Robin because the Richard Grayson of Earth 2 was adopted by Batman and became Robin. Both of these characters were erased shortly after the merging of worlds in Crisis on Multiple Earths. In both versions, she is the daughter of Batman and Catwoman of Earth 2. She is trained to be Batman's prodigy, and in the first issue of Earth 2, New 52, she is with Batman and is the only superhero to witness his death. At the start of her main saga, World's Finest Huntress and Power Girl, Sheilon's Supergirl follows someone who they believe to be Darkseid into a boom tube and are stranded on Earth Prime as Robin. And the two grow up becoming Huntress and Power Girl. In Elseworlds' tale, Legend of the Dead Earth, the Iron Sky, Farmer Tris Plover takes up the mantle of Robin. In Batman Reign of Terror, Rochelle Wayne, Bruce's younger sister, cleverly figures out her brother's dual identity and dons her own identity as Robin to aid him. Lastly, in Thrill Killer, Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, is thrown into insanity after the death of her Robin, Richard Grayson, and becomes Robin while Bruce Wayne takes up the cowl, feeling guilty for Richard's death.
Alright, this is Rant Robin back again with some closing comments and a funny picture of the Robins from the Tiny Titans comic. Thought you'd all enjoy this, and personally, my favorite Robin of this list would probably have to be Carrie Kelly, but it's hard to say. Alright, I'm logging off for now, and I'll talk to you later.